Now, the Boston Tea Party came about because of the way the British started to tax the colonies with the Tea Act. The company back in Great Britain, the East India Company, was trying to sell its tea to the colonies and actually got the law passed that they could be the only company to sell tea in the colonies. We call this a monopoly. They were the only ones allowed to sell it. Um, Now, to note, the tea was actually very, very cheap. This British tea that was coming over was cost less than any other source of tea that the colonists could get their hands on. However, there was still a small tax put on that tea, and it was a matter of principle for the colonists that you know they didn't have any choice in having this tax. There was no representation for them with the tax, and because of that, even if it was minor, they didn't want to be subjected to it, and hence the Boston Tea Party. Now, it should be interesting to note that the Boston Tea Party was meant to be a act of defiance that was not going to hurt anybody. They were very careful to just destroy tea and nothing else. They wouldn't destroy the ship. They wouldn't hurt anyone to do it. And the members of the Sons of Liberty actually dressed themselves up as Mohawk Indians to kind of protect their identity and make it as secretive as possible. Um, this protected the identity of the people involved, and it certainly made a point. 90,000 pounds of tea into the Boston Harbor really made it got news all the way back to Great Britain, and there's going to be some major fallout from this. The British government is not going to be happy about this at all, especially the people who own the British East India Company, because they, are now out over $1 million with tea. Now, just a quick side note here: you might be wondering what is so important about tea. It's no, I don't even drink it. Well, tea is important back then because it's a very, very popular drink. It's a safe drink to have. If you drink regular water, back then you could get sick because they don't know things about parasites and germs and stuff like that. And when you go to make tea, you actually have to boil the water for it to brew. And even though they didn't really understand the reason why this was happening, when they boiled it, it would make the water safer to drink. And by doing the tea, it gives some flavor. There's caffeine in tea, for the most part, and it's very, very popular drink back then. It's kind of like Pepsi or Coke is today, where wherever you go, people offer you a soda or something like that. Back then, the drink was tea, and that was the popular thing at the time. Now, next, we're going to take a look at something here. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy here. I found this um, on YouTube. It's part of a series called Liberty Kids, which it was a short-lived show a while back that was all about history, and some of you may have seen it. It was on early on, I think Saturday mornings or something like that. But I want you to take a look at it. It's all about the Boston Tea Party, but it's kind of in a cartoon form, which is I think is kind of entertaining. It should be kind of entertaining. Um, Look for the historical things that are going on. They have a couple main characters, a young boy and a girl and stuff like that. They're not actual figures from history; they never existed. But the events that they're witnessing or taking part in are actual events that happened. So take note of that. But don't think that this is literally how the Boston Tea Party happened. It's just a recreation of what it might have been like. All right. So without further ado, take a look.